Good morning, still. I say, he says with a question mark. Is it still morning? Yes, it's still morning, it seems, which is good. You can see I'm logging in pretty late today, but I plan to work for a while. But one of the things I'm not doing at the moment is my game development. I am going to do that. Just don't get me wrong. But I've been using Patreon for a bit, and it's all fine and dandy, I guess. I mean, I'm going to keep my Patreon account, but I have some products I need to sell. Patreon's not great at selling products. I want to put the Mage Cage on there and some potentially variations of it, and um, I need to have a website to actually work with. Something. I mean, I've taken down my Shopify because I was getting charged $30 a month from them, and then the card processor was charging me another 20 or 30. I mean, I was just getting hit in all directions, and I wasn't making that much money off of it because I don't sell the products regularly and I don't do a lot of marketing. But I do have people who want them and keep coming to me and saying, "Hey, how do I get these?" So what I need to do is figure out a way to get those things online again in a way that's not going to cost me constantly. So like if I sell them, great. I pay a fee to whoever's hosting it for me, and the cost of transaction, and then that's it. So now I am going to try KoFi. So basically, this means I'll only get negative money on my account when I get positive money on my account, which is the ultimate goal, right? So rather than my account constantly leaking money, which is the primary problem there. So we are going to do to build monthly membership. I'm going to give all these an option. Commissions or services? Not right now. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I've tried to do commissions and services before, but you know, I'll develop this for you. I'll paint these minis for you. But ultimately, that never clicked. Nobody ever wanted my. I mean, I'm not good enough at painting. I mean, I'm a okay painter. I paint okay, but it still takes me just as long as it takes the good painters. So I have to charge the effort of time I'm putting in. So you could pay me what amounts to $10 an hour to paint something for 5 hours, which still isn't that great. So if I paint something for 5 hours, at least it's fun for me, but it's still, it's 5 hours of my time for $10 an hour. It's $50. So a mini that takes me 5 hours, which is not even the most nice I can do, is, it just doesn't really pan out. And if you could pay someone else who can do it in 5 hours and do something way more fancy than I did. So, um, yeah, that works. I actually have an image. I'm going to set this up on KoFi. So I'm going with KoFi. I have Patreon. Patreon, not great for solid products. And I've also heard the website's not great for that. And I haven't tried to put actual products on there. But I do feel like it's kind of clunky. And I've heard decent things about KoFi. So I'm going to try it. It's kind of similar. And also, apparently, Patreon charges more for the stuff you put on there. So that's also a thing. So I'm going to try and see if I can get set up on KoFi. I am not demoing for the purpose of teaching, so keep that in mind. This is just me going through the hoops that others would have to go through to make this work. So hopefully I won't make it any more complicated than it needs to be. How big does it tell me how big an image I need to put in here? No, it does not. So we'll just go with that one. I can't really make the image better, so let's choose a different image. I have an image that's got more white space on it, and more white space means it's easier to get the whole image into the square, like that. Or into the circle. All right, so choose the following categories. You can change these. What am I doing? Animation, art, blogging, comedy, commissions, Education, game development. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing some game development. I also do some gaming. Let's see what else we do. I'm talking about for my streaming purposes. I do some health and fitness occasionally. I don't know, this is considered software, I guess. And these are just the categories under which NSFW. Hopefully that's not the case. Advice, comedy, comics, commissions, cosplay, crafts, dance. Streaming. Well, I do streaming, obviously. And we'll click software. Why not? All right, so that's it. All right, what do we do? Active Minds Games. All right, so my company is creator of the Mage Cage, expandable, transportable, displayable. Creator of the Mage Cage, expandable, transportable, displayable. Actually, storable, display case. Also, online streamer. Software game development, game development, gaming, and fitness video. Totally an arbitrary bunch of stuff, but hey, at least you know that if you come to this, you know you're talking to me. Fastest trusted payment worldwide. If you are new to PayPal, Stripe, don't worry, you can set up. I'll go with PayPal because I already have a PayPal account. I do not have a Stripe account, but we'll go with PayPal. Active Minds Games, connect to a PayPal account. So we're gonna go ahead and I will just use my already existing account. Yeah, I know you're gonna see my login, whatever. It doesn't show the password, by the way. So you're not seeing my password. So you're not logging in. Sorry, guys. Unless you know my very, and I do use a pretty complex password. In fact, oftentimes I use those random ones that the password manager tries to stick in. Sometimes I have my own, but I have a pretty long kind of cryptic option that I create for myself that I oftentimes have to try to remember what the heck I did. What products does my company offer? Well, I'll tell you. Let's see if it's even on here. Heating, pumping, general contracting, concrete, special, miscellaneous, typesetting, affiliated, taxi cabs, and limousines. Jeez, buses. They have a lot of stuff on here. Let's see if they have digital goods, games. No, well, not exactly. Hobby, toys, and game shops. Sure. If you don't know exactly, just choose your best guess. What are your monthly sales? Oh, my monthly sales, 0 to 10,000. So you have a business website? I do-ish, but it's not fully. I mean, you can go to it and browse it. You just can't buy anything there. Oh, let's change this. Let's put this information in. All right, so you can see my EIN there if you're curious. Probably could figure out my EIN. I'd probably be found on Google. Company names are pretty easy to track that stuff down. All right, return to KoFi. I guess it's possible to also add Stripe. I'm not going to do that right now. I mean, maybe. Do people prefer Stripe over PayPal? I don't know what people use. Accept payments. Yeah, I guess people like to use credit cards, though, huh? All right, let's see. Let's go see if I can set up a Stripe account. I've never had a Stripe account, so it's probably new to me. Wait, what? It says set up a password. But it says incorrect. Hey, what did I don't know. What just happened there? Okay, that's weird. Apparently I set up an account on here before. I don't know when. So yeah, it's oh, whoops. Now I gotta go and try to check my email. I didn't even eat any of my mixed nuts. I'm just choking for the fun of it. Well, okay. Notice that the Google or call it, or Microsoft Outlook Mail or whatever you call it that's on your PC is really slow. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong email. Probably should look at the right email address. Haha. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. That's not going to work. Take a picture of your identity document. Do I even have an identity document down here? I gotta have a picture of my identity document. Ugly mugly. Well, I was gonna show you me do this, but you're gonna have to wait for me to run and get an identity document. Now, I'm not gonna show you my identity document, but I am gonna continue this process, assuming, of course, I can find identity document that is not expired. I mean, oh, okay. Got to do. Oh, they changed the camera too. Jeez. Probably wants me to go get. Yep, I gotta go get. Hold on, I'll be right back. Great gurgly murgly mangly. I'll tell you what, though. I'm finding that you get a lot more sore running sprints than just running. I only ran 6.5 miles this morning, but I did like 1.5 miles sprinting in the middle. I didn't sprint 1.5 miles. I did 1.5 miles worth of sprinting. That's 400s, 200s, 100s, with 100-meter rests in between, where I walked for 100 meters. Trying to do the auto. It's kind of blurry, so it's probably not going to like it. No, it's going to have to do. Hopefully they'll take it. Flip over the ID and do it again. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, what the heck, man? One of those was terrible. It's like, oh, it was like blurry, and it was like, yeah, it was not good. So that one didn't even offer me a chance to retake those either. It just took 3 photos. I didn't even see it do it. So, man, it didn't give me any chance, man. Get the camera in the right place or nothing. All right, can return to your other device. We have received your information and will now verify that you are the owner of the account. We're taking a look now, and you'll get an email within a few minutes. All right, well, there you go. There's my Stripe progress. I guess I have to wait for Stripe to be a thing. So yeah, we have received your information. And they'll let me know in an email, supposedly, at some point in the future. What the heck? Oh, nope. Mint. Mint? Mint money? Somebody named Mint subscribe to me on YouTube. Don't know who Mint is, but okay, so let's see if I can get my stuff set up. So here's what I'm gonna do. Since it's not technically a store, it's not like it's a browsable website that somebody's just gonna go browse to. It's KoFi Active Minds game, so I'm gonna have to put links up places that'll take that, reroute to that, and maybe even put it on my website and say, hey, you can go here to buy. It's not the best way to do it, but it's temporarily the cheapest and most effective way to do it. I don't have a good way to sell my product. I have a website. I just have no way to actually sell my product that in a way that's not going to cost me more money than I'm making. So right now I'm going to use Stripe. I don't know if there's any kind of cool way to, if I have an existing website. Let me see if there's I want to try something. Are there any services that I can integrate with my existing website to handle purchases that only charge when I make a sale? Shift for Shop offers a free unlimited plan that is fully scalable to enterprise level businesses, and it does not charge transaction fees beyond the plan itself. It's additional apps or services are purchased. Would you like? They mentioned one. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe get my website back up and just find a service that's, what's this called? Shift for Shop. Shift for Shop reviews. I always got to do reviews. I'm trying this. I'm just trying to get ways to get things going. And what is Shift for Shop reviews? See, that doesn't even exist. Nobody even knows. Oh, here it is. Shift for Shop 2021. All right, features, pros, and cons. All right, so verdict. 4.5 out of 5. Formerly known as 3D Car, offers a robust free plan, but it may not work for everyone. You may know Shift for Shop is as the original name. Most advanced options completely free, and it does provide you to use its credit card processor. Its credit card processing fees are standard. If you're committed to using PayPal or any other credit card processor, you can. but then you must use a paid plan that starts at $29 per month. Why would you use a different service? Let's see. I mean, like, if you're going to connect PayPal to a website, connect PayPal on its own. Don't go through another service to connect PayPal. That's silly. Just connect your PayPal. I guess I never really thought about just trying to update my website so that I can use PayPal. I mean, I have to rewrite some of the back end because it's not designed to work that way. But I mean, it can. But the website I got is like a turnkey thing, works pretty good, but it's got a lot of weird setups that I'd have to go into the code and actually rewrite the way the shopping cart works. It offers a free plan for businesses that process at least $500 a month in sales and premium plan for $29 per month. Oh, cons. It's worth noting there are a few disadvantages. As appealing as its free plan is, it does require users to process $500 a month. So that's not going to work. They are only free. They are only free if you hit a prohibitive minimum. Any other options? They charge only when you make a sale and don't have prohibitive minimums. I never heard of any of these guys. Open source and free to use, though hosting costs apply. Offers competitive pricing and transaction fee-free plans. A flexible platform with a free plan that allows selling across multiple channels. No transaction fees and full control over payment processors. Nope. What about PayPal? Do they charge monthly fees? Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to figure out how to integrate PayPal. That might just be the best option for me. No, they have the developer stuff, but we got AI now that could help me get the latest PayPal plugged into my website. So maybe I need to do that. It's a little bit of a pain. I might go for this. I'm going to continue on with my current plan for now, but eventually, maybe I do kind of plug in my website. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Blah. What? Oh. So I use this service called GS1. And if you don't know what GS1 is, it means you've never sold products that have UPC codes. If you have built a if you ever have sold products of that type, then you would know what I'm talking about. And one thing that needs to be worked out. You see, hear me delaying because my brain is like half doing something and half stating what I'm doing. Well, that's nice. Okay, so where was I? I'm waiting for this mail to come in from Stripe that says, "Hey, you can do your, you can continue on with your KoFi setup," but I'm not seeing it at the moment as it's taking its own sweet time in getting here. It says take a few minutes. It says we received. We're currently processing. Stripe will attempt to automatically verify the request. If we are unable, we'll contact you as soon as possible. Well, it's doesn't look good. Except they have that weird picture on there. So I try to get things working here. It's kind of keeping me from getting my getting on task here. One less thing to worry about. Okay, how's it going, KoFi? Are we good to go? You gonna let me do this or what? Sheesh. Well, we're still in the process of whatever this is going on here. Well, okay, so here's what I'm working on. Still working on. Still plugging away. So this isn't even the one. Go back to the website. Get notified of messages and payments. Sure, why not, man? Let's be notified. I've got to check to make sure there's nothing here. Consider adding some more features. Set up your goals. All right, let's set up some goals. What do you think? Should we set up some goals? All right, so memberships, consider, oh wait, goals. Let's go to goals. All right, so we'll call it a goal title. What do we want to do? This, I don't even know what some of these are, right? You know, do I need a new laptop? Yes. It shows me an example. I mean, I would like to upgrade my desktop, but again, it's like, what's important, right? I could set up a bunch of goals and then people put little bits in every bucket. And I don't get any of them because they're all like, I've got $1 here and $1 there, and it's like $500. I'm like, I'm not going to hit that anytime soon. So, let's just say, no DoorDash for a month. That help me to focus on completing this game. So I figure if I were to, it's about $400. I mean, it would offset what DoorDash does for a month. So it's just, it's really, you know, it allows me to get by for a month. It doesn't really help me to get by. What it does is offsets, it makes streaming more profitable than DoorDash. So the more I stream, the more this can be. And that means less door dashing. So, and door dashing is terrible. I mean, but I can make about $100 a week if I really, you know, if I give up a lot of my programming time. All right, so do I want to create another one? Sure. What else can I do? Gallery, create. I don't even see, oh, game dev. Let's create a new one. How about a membership tier? Okay, so this will be a good one. I think I have a good idea for membership tier. See, this is cool. This is easier than Patreon. Patreon is like, you can do one or the other, you do this or that, and you can't, it's really kind of a pain. It's set up terribly. But we're going to call this one, FPFM tester. FPFM early stage backer. We'll say, what's a good amount? We'll say $5. I mean, it doesn't have to be much. Just helping to get through, man. Get a backer code. That will be renewed each month automatically. Wait, why am I cap? Oh, I know. Backer code that will be renewed each month. This will allow you to play with the game in early talent, helping shape providing feedback, helping shape the game as it moves. 2-to-1 ratio on displaying text as visuals. What do I upload? What's the tier image? Let's go get me one of the images that I've got for this guy, shall we? I do have some. I don't know what a 2-to-1 ratio is. That's a skinny image, right? 2-to-1 image. So that'd be like 20 by 10 or something else skinny. I don't know if I have it 20 by 10, but let's go see what I got. Let's go see. I've made a few because I've been having to do Indiegogos and other types of things. So hopefully some of those are usable. So like that one is skinny. I don't know. That's probably more than a. That's probably worse than a 2-to-1 though. That one's kind of close to a 2-to-1. Let's try that one. Doesn't really let you crop it, but welcome message. This message will be sent automatically when supporters join. Very much for your membership. Pro football match. Please reply to this email with I guess I don't need it. You will receive backer code as soon as the game, as soon as I have a publicly available access of publicly available test version of either the web site or APK. Request supporter's address. I don't need their address. Number of people who can join. You know, I don't really want to stop people. Enable Discord roles. I don't know. Okay, I think we're good. Guess we'll see what that does. Additional settings. Set your terms. What are terms? Refund policy. There's no really refund policy. Okay, so I think that's good. We'll call that one finished. Is that done? No, your tiers won't show on your page because membership mode is set to simple monthly donations. Oh, wow. Now we'll have to set it to membership tiers then. See, I don't know. Maybe you can't do both. I guess we'll find out. Your page. Let's see what my page shows. And I still have my goal. And I still have donate. Wait. Oh, membership. Okay. All right, that's kind of cool. It's actually kind of easy. So I got my game dev. This is your simple tips. Help me out, man. Keep me from doing a dumb DoorDash. Okay, so membership. And all right, so I got to do something else. I have to put my product on here, at least something, right? Add membership, add commission listing, sell something. We're going to sell something. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to say this is a physical item. Mage Cage 4-pack. No inserts. We'll go here. Description. This is 4 Mage Cages in the color of your choice. Black, blue, white, or gray. These are ideal for wall displays of your miniatures. 3.5 inches tall or shorter, and 2.5 inches wide. Just connect top unit to the wall with the mounting holes and attach All right, so now we got to do an image. Let's go get an image. I do have images, I think, of just about every possible version of the Mage Cage. Now, if you haven't heard of the Mage Cage, you got to check it out. YouTube, Instagram, even on Facebook. Go to Active Minds Games on any of those things, and you're going to see images and videos, the whole works of what the Mage Cage is. It's super cool. If you do miniatures at all, you like to collect things that are small, Hot Wheels, X-Wing, Warhammer, Lego minis, whatever. It's great. Now, keep in mind, I suggest using the magnetic inserts, and then you can put flex iron on the bottom of your figures or whatever going in there. If they don't stand up well or they're going to move around a lot, you might want to consider trying to put on some one of the flex iron bases. Now, I recommend using like glue dots or something non-permanent so it doesn't damage whatever it is you're putting inside. It shouldn't. And I wouldn't put super glue on unless you don't care about that, and then you can glue the bases on. But glue dots or any other reasonably sticky substance that's not gonna, really affect your guys, you can just pull it off. And I tend to recommend things that are like a rubbery glue, a removable glue. That's why glue dots work really good for that. And you can just rub it off, and your item's as clean and pristine as it was when you put it. You'll also know with Hot Wheels, a really good option is to get some plastic bases, just the little 25 millimeter bases. And you can glue those together, not to the car, but to make them higher or shorter. And then you put a glue dot again on the top of the base, and it sticks to the Hot Wheel, keeping the wheels from rolling around in the case. So you can open it up and it goes, keeps it elevated without having to worry about, bumping and it falling off the base or whatever. So you're just trying to keep the car. You just want to do it enough where you elevate the tires so they're not rolling around in the case. But anyway, I know. I'm just kind of letting you know what those are all about. I'm going to get some, let's see here, images. Let's see. I have so many images, and some of them are good. Some of them less so. But I'm going to try to find a 4-stack image of the Mage Cage with product in it. Why is this? Something that looks like a marketing photo of some kind. These are a lot of other photos, but jeez. These are like photos of large stacks. That's not going to work. Man, why is everything defaulted to this nonsense? Well, not a lot going in the in that one. Let's see. I really need to find. Come out with better organization of my of my images. Boo. This is a product I'm trying to get released, or I want my next Kickstarter will have this guy in it. The XL, this big case, that's going to be it's going to be a clear case that's giant. It holds like much bigger units, but we don't quite have enough following for that. So if you're interested in that, make sure you follow me on Facebook. I'm trying to build up the following there. Once I get 800, I will plan and process and start the whole Kickstarter that's going to get these puppies made. The big ones, the small ones, the whole bit. Probably within a couple months of the time that I hit that number. So, hey, check that out. But I'm not finding what I'm looking for here. Here we go. That one could work. Hey, hey, Nintendo. What's the latest? Yeah, we'll go with that one. All right, so add a preview video. Do I have a preview? Let's go do a preview video. Let's go find a YouTube video for that. Now this, if you've not seen it, is the oops. Active This is the one. So this is my product. I know I've mentioned the Mage Cage to you before. These are some of the videos that I did for the Mage Cage and the X-Case, which is a good one. Let's go with I don't actually have any Mage Cage videos. I have X-Case videos, but I'm looking for a Mage Cage video. They're pretty much the same, except there's no clear ones, and they function slightly differently on the inside. Let's go with this one. This is a good one because it's an assembly video. Oops, wait, what? 4 Mage Cages. I'm probably only going to offer this US, Canada only, because it's too expensive. I'm going to add, I'm not even totally sure that Canada is going to work. I don't know how much more expensive. It's usually not too much more expensive to ship to Canada, but it is a pain in the rear. I'm going to say that right now. But I can do it, so I am going to offer it. So, no, we can't do that. Can't do pay what you want. Sorry. Well, at least it's earlier than yesterday. You got up a lot later yesterday. Enter category. Game. How about miniatures? Miniatures display. Don't know what that means. Miniatures. Transport. That's good enough. Nah, I can't do worldwide shipping because it's too freaking expensive. Oh, wait. So I can't do, oh, I'm just going to do flat shipping. Because look, this is, nobody lets you put in shipping by their location. I mean, let it auto calc. They want you to put in a fixed amount. You can't put in fixed amounts for worldwide shipping unless I'm just going to charge $100, $100 for shipping worldwide. I mean, it's because it's just so, it varies so much in price. It's like, why? yeah, it's just, you can't do it. That's why I don't do worldwide shipping. I kind of know how much it'll cost to ship 4 units. So who can buy this one? Well, everyone can buy it. Leave a message on instruction buyers, limit the quantity available, allow buyer to choose quantity. You can buy more than one if you want. This is, I'm selling, it's one group of 4, so if you buy more than one, you're getting 8, right? So it's a terrible picture, by the way. And I did create this product. This is my product, my designs, my development. Save and publish. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, do I have to pick? Oh, okay. Shipping price. Country, United States. Oh, come on, really? Fine. United States. Well, all right, so it's cheaper than that. I'm just going to say 15. And that means I don't have to include that price in here. I didn't know it was that fixed. Am I done? So Canada, I have no idea how much Canada is. I'm sure it's more expensive, so I'll probably put like 18, I don't know. It's just so expensive. I hate shipping. I hate shipping. It's dumb. All right, so now I got to put this on my links. So we'll go here and go to my page. So I got my shop. Woohoo! Not a beautiful picture, man. I got to get a better picture than that, though. That's terrible. A little bit of stuff. Got a tip option. Got a shop of an item and membership for people to back me and get product or get the first version of my app when it starts becoming available. So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in here. So we're gonna go this Patreon. Let's go KoFi. KoFi. Here too. What time is it? It's already 12:12. Wow. Then we're going to go to the shop, and then I'm going to go click on this item, and then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to go over to my business site. But no one cared. You know, that's stupid. But no one cared. It's like, come on. What is this clickbait? But no one cared. And she's like crying. She's crying that she created it. But I think that's stupid. No one cared. That's just dumb. It's not that no one cared. It's just that they're clickbaiting you. It's just that's dumb. People are dumb. Temporarily, you can get temporarily, and that I don't have a replacement site yet. You can buy a Mage Cage and quantities of 4 at you know what I didn't do though? Oh, it's not it either. Where the heck is it? How come I keep losing my site? I was on it. Where'd the page go? This one? No. 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 How come it keeps disappearing? Oh, is it this one? No. Sheesh. Okay, let's go to my page quick here. I was gonna try, let's see if I can I edit this? Edit. Wasn't there a thing that showed options? Add an option. Oh yeah. I do have limited quantities of each variant, but I think I have enough to not worry about it right now. Black, blue, gray, and white. There you go. Now I have some options that people can pick from. So it's kind of a page, kind of works. All right, so at least I can say it's up. I do need to put more stuff, clean it up, put some other things. I should allow for people to purchase things like the magnets and the flex iron, but first things first. We'll add more in the future, but at least I have it. So let's go ahead. I have my social media. Football sim, programming, planning, and tracking. I guess social media. It's not really what this is, but do I have another site? Image, football, planning, programming. Nope. Social media. Social media it is, man. Guess I should actually do something that's more like build another. Let's build a new one. I need lots of these. I'm always creating new websites. We're gonna go You know, I guess it is social media, right? Because it is. It is. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's about my streaming and other crap. So we'll put this on here. Yeah, I have Patreon on here too, so I'll bring that up here. Even though I haven't been using my Patreon as much. Yeah. I do have stuff on there too. Oh, I do have the rookie phenom thing and the $5. Okay. We'll see if any of this stuff ever makes any money. My Patreon has made like pretty much nothing. it's it's been pretty slight, to say the least. It's not. Uh, you know, I feel like I keep losing my. I don't know. I keep losing which account I'm under. Is it that one? Thought it was this one. Oh no, wait, that's Shopify. Oh god. It's so hard, man, to get these things set up right. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, no, it's not gonna log in. It's gonna say, nah, you tried. You already logged in twice. No, not anything. Yep, the big fat 0 on my Patreon page. Actually, that's not the right one either. Good grief, I don't even know what the heck. That's not the right page either. Apparently I have another page I didn't know I had. I don't really have any idea where it is. Yeah, I guess. Oh, you know what? Let's try logging out again. Let's see if I can log in and end up on. Maybe I'm on Facebook. Maybe that one works. Team members with autopilot. What the heck is autopilot? Works automatically help you retain members and grow your Patreon. Offer discounts to people who are considering canceling. Turn on the annual membership option. It offers fans up to 50% when they join annually. Okay, I'll turn it on. Sure. I don't know what this can do. Okay, so I think I found it. Sorry about all that. See, here's my my membership for my Patreon, and you can see I've made all of $190. Woohoo! Over like that's like 3 years of one person. I have like 3 years of one person, and it's accumulated a little bit. Should probably withdraw that so I don't have to DoorDash this month. That'll be my May DoorDash for 1 month. I gotta say though, I do appreciate the one person who stuck with me for this long, who has every month continues to pay. They probably forgot that they've subscribed to me. That's probably what it is. But they have been paid. They have. It's only like $5 a month, $6 a month. Yeah, $5 a month. So they pay me $5 a month since forever ago, and I am very grateful. Thank you, good sir. But so I do have one Patreon backer. Now let's see if KoFi can catch up to that. Okay. I guess that's it. It's time for me to get some work done. Right? You're probably like, yeah, do some work. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to watch you try to make your financials less unforgiving. What do I care about your financial situation, sir? It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. Time for some lunch. Gatorade bars. Sometimes I gotta have a Gatorade bar. These are pretty delicious. If you ever want a good protein snack, 20 grams. They are a little high in calorie though, so there is that. But they taste good. Protein bars don't normally taste good, so if you're, a little bit of extra calorie. If you're active, they're good. If you're not active and you're kind of sit around the house kind of protein bar consumer, probably not the best choice because it's a little high in calories. But if you're an active person like me, works out every day, does stuff in the afternoon, continually tries to keep moving, 360 is actually not bad. And if you use it as a food replacement, again, that's not a very big meal. So 360 calories is, you're probably going to need something else to supplement that. And like I said, unlike most protein bars, these actually taste good. They're crispy and actually kind of light. Most protein bars are thick and chewy. They might taste okay, but you're doing that bit. Don't have to do that with these. The one thing though, they can be kind of crumbly. So when you bite and you pull away from the bar, little chunks of chocolate crispiness might land in your lap and you end up with chocolate on your clothes. So be careful. That's the, what is it, public service message. I need a new follower to test my follower thing. So, hey, if you're out there watching this, as I open up, or I get my Unity task going again, Follow me, man. Let me see that little number on my thing work. I'm pretty sure it's still working, but I mean, it's showing on my server that it is fetching new data. So hopefully it is. But the number I see is 17. I need it to go to 18. It's been 17 since forever. Maybe one of these days I'll have to do a, what do you call it? A marathon. You know how people do the marathon? I need to get to this. I cannot sleep until I hit this number. Man, if I did that, I wouldn't get to sleep for a month. Oh, I've been trying to get your Contact 7 working. I can't get it working for nothing in my Copilot. Well, nothing like any of the YouTube or any other video says. He says, do this, and I do it. Doesn't do nothing. I told you I tried to install it. I did put all of the JSONs, MCP, and user settings, and I did all that stuff, but doesn't work. I have no idea what it's going to take to make that work. And I no longer have the patience for continuing that nonsense, so we're going to go back to this. All right, so we got the content panel split into two columns. Did that. Create the available plays grid. That's what I was working on now. So we're going to go back to this and main canvas, content container, playbook panel. Wait a minute. That's not what I created yesterday. Oh my gosh, did it blow up? Did something happen again? I am having the worst time with this thing. Unity, I don't know if you've noticed, or had a while, you may not know this, but Unity does not have an auto recover or auto save or anything like that. If something happens while you're working, whatever you've worked on is gone. It's toast. So if you're like me and you don't save often enough, well, you're dumb like me. You're dumb. You're a dummy just like I am. So yeah. Oh gosh darn it. They need an auto. There's no auto save in Unity. Dang gosh darn it. What the heck, man? Does that mean this camera thing is missing too? Yeah. Oh, I guess it's not. I guess that is there. See this football here? You can see this football background. That is actually the actual football object. It's sitting on the floor next to this image, and this image is grabbing it from right here in the corner because the camera is sitting down here in the corner. And so it's kind of I'm gonna put it up here in the back instead. It actually picks up the actual football, which is kind of weird. Now it says there's no camera, which is true. There is no camera. But So now it just looks like we got Fantasy Pro Football Manager, the homepage. This is my eventually going to be my football game. And then this is the playbook, which doesn't have anything to show, I guess, right now, because I haven't actually connected a panel for it. So the sim game, why is sim game? Oh, that's totally not the right thing. What the heck? Simulation panel is this one. Why doesn't that, when I click on it though, it's funny how it doesn't actually click, but if I click this guy, huh, oh, let's go put my playbook back in. Now that I'm awake and hopefully I won't be doinking it. That's not doink. Oh, look at that, we're flipped around the wrong way. Turn this puppy around. Okay. Let's oh, wait a minute.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. I was hallucinating. Just ignore me. I was hallucinating on that. I will have to take a break here. Let's see, what is it? I'm at 127. At 2 hours, I will take a break because I have to do a couple things. I went and ran this morning, and I don't have to do my normal morning stuff because I did that already. But I have to do some like household management stuff. Let's call it that. I have to apply for some more jobs. Got to do my weekly job hunt. So that'll take me about 20 minutes. I go on LinkedIn or Indeed or whatever it is. Find the usual 20 jobs that might be a fit. Filter them down to 5 that are pretty good fits. And then apply for 3 or 4 of them. and then don't get called back. But gotta try. Today is the goal for getting some stuff kind of sort of in a way, at least attempting to connect to the backend. Not doing that. Create the unit filter. Unit filter panel. I know you saw me doing this last night. Maybe you saw me doing this last night. You might have just been listening, but I was doing the same thing. But I have, apparently since without autosave, I wish there was an autosave. That it would just save automatically what I'm doing. I know some people don't like autosave, but I do. Because I tend to put a lot of stuff in, and then Unity blows up, or my well, Unity doesn't blow up that often. Oh, last night. That's right. Remember I was working, and that's why I stopped. Because Unity just crashed, and all the stuff I was working on went right out the door. Because Unity doesn't do autosaves. I'm going to see if there's a way to turn this on. Oh, it's not going to work. Whoops. Just gonna shut off, huh? Copilot.
Hey, Kenneth.
Hey, do you know if Unity has an autosave option?
Ah, yeah, Unity does have an autosave feature. but it's not always enabled by default. You can find it in the Preferences under the External Tools section. It's super handy to avoid losing work, but always good to manually save often too. Are you working on a Unity project right now?
I am, but I don't see external objects. What are you referring to there?
My bad, I'm referring to External Tools in the Preferences menu. Should be under Edit Preferences on
Edit.
Windows. Got it. I misspoke. It's under Preferences and then General for the autosave option. You'll find it toggled in there. Unity isn't always the most intuitive with this stuff. Need help finding it?
Well, let's see. I'm on the external tools. Let's see. We got general.
Bingo. In the General section, look for Auto Refresh. That's basically the autosave feature. Check that box to enable it. Unity will then autosave your scene and assets. Any other Unity mysteries you need help with?
No, except I don't see auto refresh.
That's odd. Let's try this. In Unity, the autosave isn't a built-in feature for scenes or projects. You'll need an asset or script from the Unity Asset Store, or enable autosave in the Unity editor via a custom script. Want to explore how to set that up?
Not at the moment. I will, maybe in a little bit. Thanks. So it sounds like it's not actually obvious. You got to jump through a bunch of hoops. And I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. Regenerate project files, open file, Android. Yeah, there's no. Darn. I kind of had hope that it was just a turn it on kind of thing, but here's a different general. Oh, maybe maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. No, because it said external tools. Why would that be external, by the way? Auto save scenes before building. Oh, well, that's something. That at least means it'll save occasionally. That's something. I'll take autosaves before building, so at least that means most of the things you do, like if you hit play, it's going to save it. So that's a usable alternative. Better than nothing. All right, so got the unit filter panel. I think taking up the whole page is perfect for that. And then I don't have the tab panel because I'm not doing that right now. Add 3 filter buttons. So go here, UI, button. I'm going to go offense, button. I'm going to say here, offense, button text, offense. I'm going to go. Yeah. We're going to go defense button. defense button text. And special teams button. Teams button text. Dang it. And we are going to hit save again and again and again and again. We're going to just keep hitting save. And we're not going to let that happen again, or hopefully. Okay, so I got 3 buttons. Oh, that's the unit filter panel. So I got to put those. It's in the unit filter panel. Oh. Oh, unit filter panel. So we don't need top and bottom stretch. We're just going to go top stretch. And we'll go height. It says 50. We'll go 50. And we're going to grab this guy and drag him all the way up here. It's kind of a short menu tab, ain't it? Seems kind of short. But who knows, maybe it's just me. I feel like it needs to be a little taller. All right, let's zoom in a little bit more. Bring this guy down here. All right, so we're going to take the special teams. Oops. Click on this thing. And we're going to go on defense. And offense. Why am I taking the left approach? Don't know, but I am. But I think I want them all to be come. Okay. Why'd that one drop? Oh. What is that, center middle? Zero, 30, 0, 30. There we go. Now we're all on the same page. Perfect. Okay. Perfect-ish. We'll go with perfect-ish on that one. And again, this is not the final appearance of everything, but it's a functional appearance. I'm not going for the graphical beauty just yet because I don't know how I'm going to do the graphical beauty, but we are going to try to get all those things plugged in. Create the main content area. So under content panel, our content container. In the main panel, create below filters, content panel. Oh, menu panel, simulation panel, unit filter panel. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about this, but which one of these is, when did it have me create the playbook panel? You create the tab switcher. At the top of the playbook panel, I didn't create a playbook panel. I did that wrong. We're going to go create UI panel. Playbook panel. Whoops. Not pane. Not a playbook window pane. And this thing has to go inside of that. There we go. Now we can go back down here and go oh, and by the way, I remember we were talking about the name of my plays, my basic play versus the user plays or the collection plays or whatever that is, collection plays and team plays. And we were like, don't use the word play. I don't know if that was you. It might have been Ur's Demon or whatever his URS something Demon. I think that's what he was. I was talking to a demon. No, I wasn't probably Demon. I don't remember. It was Ur's something. But we were trying to come up with some other name because play was kind of generic. And I couldn't think of one. But you know what? I just went with play definition. Duh. Because that's the play definition. Nobody owns it yet. It doesn't create. It's just the definition of the play that people can own. So when people do own one, it connects and it becomes a user play, which is the play that the user actually owns. And it's also what's going to show up in the screens. And it's going to be what we have in the available plays or whatever. Team plays, whatever. But then we have the prefix that belongs to who's owning it. So we got the play definition and then who owns those plays. But there isn't, I don't have to call it just a play. So play definition works pretty good. So I decided to go with that. So there you go. I came up with an alternate name rather than the generic play definition. My tongue got stuck on something there. panel. We'll call this playbook setup panel. And then they go a stretch because it fills the whole thing, but I have to position it below that. You can't. It's not going to work. Go bottom stretch. Then I can actually resize it. Let's do this. There we go. And that should do that. All right. Now we got to split it into two columns. Create a UI panel. Name it Available Plays panel. We're going to go New UI panel. User. Plays panel. Let's call it available. It's a long word, but we'll go with it. And then we have the actual playbook panel. UI panel. And this one's going to be called user. All right. So these ones, so the user playbook panel is going to, we'll go stretch right. And then I got to resize it. So we're going to go about there. Then I got to go select that guy. We'll go stretch left. Or stretch. Now, I don't know yet that I can get 2 on that, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Let's hit file save again. Okay, so we should have this guy, which has this guy, which has that guy. Perfect. Okay. Create the available plays grid. Now we got to do the grid. So we'll add a header for available plays. UI. TXT available plays. Probably I said TXT. that's a coding nomenclature for text objects when you're doing UI, but this doesn't do that. They put text after, so sometimes you're going to see me type that. The new way is to say it at the end, I guess. Don't know why. Available place. Oops. And then we're going to say top. Yeah, we can say top stretch. Why not? If I say 0, it's too high. Because it's not based on that object. It's based on something lower, apparently. wonder if I want to have at least wide enough to fit the text. So if I go with this, probably want it to be a little wider than that, right? We want a little space to breathe. All right, there we go. So now we got to create one for the playbook as well. We will create UI panel. Call it playbook text. We'll go here. Oops. Wait. Oh, wait. Nope. I did that wrong. Delete. Go away. Nope. This is supposed to be UI text mesh. And there you go. Playbook text. This is playbook. And we'll go top stretch. Zero and zero. And since there's not really a good way to get this to the top of my object, short of grabbing it, guess we'll grab it. And set these back to 0. My text will be that. And I'm pretty sure that my other stuff probably doesn't work because it's kind of done that way. I was trying to put in another font yesterday, and that did not work out like planned. I was trying to put in this font, but it totally did not work. In fact, when I tried, it just totally blew up. That's when I killed my app. So yeah, gonna have to figure out that trick. I was trying to get fancy with my text, but you know, Unity's kind of weird. Alright, so we got to go to my available plays. Go to UI. We got a scroll view. And we'll go available plays scroll view. Fill remaining space. What does that mean? Fill remaining space. It's like, You're saying what exactly? So we're gonna do this, I guess. And 0, 0. And we'll resize this guy all the way down to the bottom. Set up the grid. Okay, so I'm going to save this project. All right, in scroll view contents, in scroll views content, add component grid layout group. Grid layout group, okay. Cell size, 150 by 150. Oh yeah, this is where I was trying to figure out how do I get a good proportion of 2.5 by 3 because I felt like 2.5 by 3 was going to be a good dimension. But anyway, it's 2.5 by 3.5 are the size of most cards, not 2.5 by 3. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I can get more on 2.5. Yeah, it's 2.5 by 3.5. But you know, it's proportional. It's all about cell space and how do I want to get enough cards on there. We're gonna go for 2 cards. So 2.5 by 3 would be like 250 by 300. It's probably a bit high. So 250 by 300. If I want to do like half of that, that'd be what, 1 1/4 by 250. No, 1 1/4 by 250 by 300 would be 1 1/4 by 150. 1, 2, 5, 150. And then I kind of want some space in there, so let's put at least 10. And we'll put some white space in there too. That's bordering on kind of snug. Kind of snug. I may have to give a little bit more room than I did. Yeah, I want a lot of plays available, but I don't want them to feel crowded and cramped. Because you've got a lot of them. I want people to be able to kind of see them, and if they feel cramped, that's probably not going to work out as well. So let's go ahead and give it a little bit more space. We're gonna I don't know what is that? Scene manager? Oh. All right, so we're gonna go here. The available plays, and I'm gonna add. Oh, let's give it that much more space. And then we'll go back down here. This one over. Okay, so we'll go back to available plays. Scroll view. And let's see about playing with this. I don't know if I want it right at the top, because it doesn't give any space on the top. First, we'll add. Let's make these guys not feel so cramped. And then, so 2.5 times 10. So for every 25 by 30, I can add 50 and 60. So 175 and 210. Ooh, that got too big. All right. How about 150 and 180? Really? Still too much? I do prefer that. I think I'm going to go with it. I think it's small enough. Oops. Okay. That's not too bad. I still don't understand why it's the X and Y. So, I mean, I guess they figure if you have it against the wall, you want it against the wall. It's not putting any space on the edge. And it's like, why isn't it putting any space on the edge? Oh, here we go, padding. Let's do that. Left 20. Ah, there we go, top 20. All right. Which means I gotta make it even bigger. Yeah, I think we're still okay. All right, that works. All right, so we'll go File, Save, Project. Or we just say Save, but whatever, do both. Where's the little quick little disk icon that's supposed to say click Save instead of me having to look at the menu all the time? That's lame. I wonder if Control S works. Does Control S work? It usually tells you. Control S. Yeah, there it is. I don't know what the difference between Save Project and Save is, but... All right, I think we got through that. Next, set up the grid layout. For that, we did that, horizontal, fixed, column count. Now I'm not doing 3. All right, so create the playbook section. I did that, created the playbook part. I need the scroll view though. Wonder what I could do. What if I just go Control CV? I'll just drag that one down into here. I'll rename it to Playbook Plays Scroll View. And then kind of the same. Why didn't that move? Where's my... Oh, create a copy, but I didn't actually move it where it's supposed to be. It's sitting in the wrong place. Okay. We're gonna go right 0. Right stretch. Right stretch. That's weird. How come how come that doesn't go to the bottom? It goes mostly to the bottom, but not quite to the bottom. Uh, Okay, well, because I have to do this the hard way. We're gonna go click on this one, and I'll drag this, I guess. Oh, it's not gonna let me do that. Middle right? How about bottom? Still doesn't help me any. One of these is like the base is 0. I'm trying to figure that out. Which of these is base 0? Stretch center. All right, we'll go stretch. Stretch. I thought it'd be stretch right, but that didn't do it. Bottom. Oh, maybe that is it. Ah, I did it. But that still doesn't quite put me on the stretch. I don't know, position X is negative 917. I don't know what the positioning stuff sucks. All right, we'll go with that. File, save project. Okay. I think we're good. So now we gotta deal something with my grid object. Add components, raw image. Oh, we haven't even gotten to that yet. Text, create a scroll view for play card plays. Okay, so we have that. Fill remaining space with my scroll view, which is this guy. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's right. Oh, okay, so yeah. Okay, so now we got to make my cards fit a little bit more nice. We're going to have grid layout. Make these guys big. So we're going to go, what is he, 250 by 300. Let's see what that is. 250 by 300. They're good size. I think I want more padding. Let's go with 30. We'll do the same thing for these two, 30 and 30. All right, so if I want to go 50, I have to go 60 there. So it's 300 by 360. So that should give me what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about what I was hoping for. I think 5 will be good. Maybe I could go 6 if I really feel like it later. But yeah, let's go with that for now. We'll see what it looks like. All right, so we're gonna go Control S, File, Save Project. I'm doing a whole bunch of saving. Set up the grid layout, did that. Constraint, fixed column count, spacing 5 by 5. All right. So you fix the column count. I think that actually will help in telling you which way to scroll. So like if I am working on this guy, and I think scroll sensitivity, source. Where is the fixed column count? Constraint, flexible, fixed column count will be 2. And then this one's going to have a fixed column count as well, which is going to be 5. So one of the nice things, which I actually kind of like, Marvel Snap, when they have all their cards and you have a bunch of cards, you can actually change it and shrink the view. Now that's going to be a bigger deal with the players on my game because there's not so much there, but I mean, I'll probably be consistent and allow for that same kind of sizing so that when you go into a thing, you can shrink the view of your plays versus your players, because you may have 1,000 players at some point, because you may have every player in the game, or you know, your collection keeps growing with players. My goal is to make you wait for me to shoot. Be right back. So I've discovered that you cannot download YouTube videos and edit them. I mean, you can, but they're crap. You're better off recording locally and then editing those videos. But problem is, then you're saving them all until you come around to editing them. And for me, it's like I would need 10 terabytes of hard drive space to do that. So it's really hard to make videos out of your recordings if you don't save them somewhere. I have noticed though that the ones you can download from Twitch are a little bit better. They do download nicer, but the YouTube videos that you download are crap. They don't come down in very good quality. At least that's my experience. The compression or whatever they're doing to download them, not nice. I'm trying to think how I want to add the cards to the playbook. So I'm thinking, so with some games, when you add cards to a thing, they either have check marks to show that they've been selected, which I'm going to put one copy in. And check, I'm wondering if it'd be better to kind of gray them. Marvel Snap does gray. So if you have, like, you're building a deck, the cards that you put in there get grayed out. Legends of Runeterra uses check marks because you can have 3 copies, so it lets you have like little dots. It'll show you whether or not you can use them anymore because you have little dots on the top. They're not check marks, but same basic idea. Trying to think of other card games. um, well, Marvel Midnight Suns, when you put cards into it, you can't tell if they're in there. Actually, I think it removes them from the other side, so they don't exist in the cards on the right. But sometimes you have copies, so you're like, wait a minute, do I have that card in there? Is it mapping? No, but I think what it's doing is if it's in your character's set, which is only like 8 cards, that's not very many, but you don't have a lot of cards. You have maybe a few extras. But the ones that you put in are not in your extras. So they're either here or there. Which is okay. See, there's a game. Which one is it? I'm going to show you a game here. This is a football game. If I can even remember if this, I can't, I'll have to, I'm kind of, it's been a while since I've tried to get this one to work. Oh, I actually have the right one. It's like, I want to correct this, but it's not actually wrong this time, for once. With the latest Android phone, link no longer shows notifications that contain sensitive details for your protection. Okay, well that's good. All right, so this is my app is obviously. But the game I want to show you is another football game. I'm trying to remember which one it is, though. I don't think it's Football Head Coach. It's not NFL Rivals. It has a collector's option on it. Yeah, maybe it is Football Head Coach. Let's go see. So, Football Head Coach. Yeah, maybe it is this one. I don't know. Basically, you can create a collection of all your cards from all the different cities. Kind of, sort of what I want to do, but this one might not be it. Social. Leaderboards, friendly games. Training team home. Weekend league, join a league. Season history. Season reset, my franchise. No. These are all your players, but there's nothing collectible. Which one was it? Dang it. There's one here that I was looking at and I was kind of fiddling with that lets you collect your cards. Do I even have a head coach name? Oh, it must be. League. Store. Social? Nope. Store. Nope. I don't know. collection book. Oh, here you go. So they got this. It's in the market. So you got this. So some people may just want to collect cards. Okay. So we would like to download 20 megabytes and whatever. 20 megabytes. That's nothing. All right. It's kind of like a feature that I'm putting in mind. See how they do theirs? So it's kind of cool. Why can't I minimize this? Oh, split screen. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So you can go to cities. Oh, maybe I can't do this with a split screen. It's like, what are you doing to me, man? I don't know how to split screen. I do kind of like the book effect. I think that's kind of cool. I would like to have a playbook that looked like this, to be honest. It doesn't, it's not very friendly though. Because I'm trying to click back and you can't click back. You can go, oh, okay. All right, so I gotta click this little button. That's fine. But it is kind of cool. It shows you all of the characters in your Motor City and all the ones you've collected over time. And how many they are, who they are, so you can kind of try to get the cards if you want to build your collection up. Like maybe you want to get all the Motor City ones and you're going to go to the trade market and you're just going to try to build a collection, which I think is kind of cool. You know, what I would probably do is have it done by, have year in here. So you can collect the players from a certain year. Because we're not going to have every player in every year. Because that's a lot. I mean, we need to get a lot of players in so that we can draft and have entire leagues and have that kind of stuff. So there may be, what I'm thinking is that we'll probably put in several years of players. And therefore you will have more. Problem is a lot of the players overlap. And if I have my rule that you can't have the same player, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to allow having the same player from different years. So the league may only have, it may have the same person from different years, but he'll have different skills and such like that. What I'm concerned about, though, I haven't figured out the solution to. I think that's kind of cool, but people want to be able to develop players, right? They want to be able to get better or, do coaching and training and all that. And if I start fiddling with that stuff, then it's kind of like, how does that work? How does fiddling with existing stat players conflict with how they're developing these players? Like if a player trains in certain areas and you can't have players of the same name, the same player on the same team, period, from any year. So you'd have to like cut or waive or whatever players that they have. So you can't have John Elway on your team twice. Well, okay, John Elway's probably not going to be in here unless I decide to put some classic players in. But there will be players from like the last 15 years. So you couldn't have like 2013 and 2015 Peyton Manning on your team at the same time. Backing up yourself, have Peyton Manning backing up Peyton Manning. That'd be kind of cool. He has to call in his different year. It's like, all right, 2013 starting. Oh, no, he's hurt. Well, we'll send in 2015 Peyton Manning. That would be kind of funny. By the way, he wouldn't be Peyton Manning. He'd be like, I don't know. Gaiman Appleseed or something. It'd be something different. Be using all the letters in his name, but he'd be somebody else. The same name on all years because he'll be the same person, but I'm just trying to figure out how I will develop players, allowing for players to get better over time. See, a lot of these games that collect cards like this, they don't actually, the players never change. You just get better players. So there's no developing your players. There's no making them better or changing them in any way. And that's crucial. I think that's a key element to my game. I don't want to not have that. But I don't know the best way. I kind of, like I said, I like this book collection idea. And this would be for your collection page, okay? So this wouldn't be your, I guess your playbook could have this in there. You could have your playbook and your roster set up like this. But I'm using scrolls. I would like my scrolls to be animated. Wouldn't that be cool if my scrolls could be animated? So you got your special. Now these are just like getting the fancy cards. That's what this is. This is your fancy cards. I won't have a fancy cards section because your cards can all upgrade. They get better over time. You maybe have a filter that you can say, you know, cards that have reached, what do you call it, all-star status or all-pro status. And then certain cards will be in there. Your goal might be to try to get more of those cards in the all-pro status. But some of those only happen through playing them. They're not going to get better simply by collecting them. So if you want, you can complete your collection. But if you want to get all-pro cards or cards that are really good, upgraded, you'll have to either, you know, you have to create those collectible situations, which is mostly playing the cards. But so these are your cities. I don't even know how many. What is that? How many games you've played? What does that mean? Oh, that's the how many of that team do you have? See, that's another thing. If I'm adding more players, you'll never catch up on these. Because if I have players from, you know, 15 years, and every year I add more players, you're keeping up with what the percentage you have of every team would be pretty hard. But I wonder if I want to allow for trading. That'd be cool. But again, I had that problem of I'm afraid of it turning into a, you know, a marketplace where people are selling their cards on eBay. I'll give you this guy for. Now, another thing is too, if I did trading, it would only be the base card. Because all the upgrades are yours. You earned them. You earn the upgrades to cards. You don't, but you can attain the cards through, you know, random stuff. But there is a little work in getting them all. I'm just trying to figure out how I'll do the development of players. So anyway, I am going to have a collection page. I do like this. I don't know if it'll be a book form like this. It is cool, though. Kind of like the book. Won't look like their book. It's a pretty basic book, but like I said, I want to do it like scrolls. But I have to figure out how I would do that. You know, how would I have a scrolls or at least some old book style? You know, like old, like yellowed book pages, kind of like you see in the old, what do you call it, fantasy style movies and stuff. Same thing as you see my scroll here, except it would be an ancient book. You'd open it and it'd have the player cards in it. That's my, that's what I want to have. How can I do that? I don't know. But we'll worry about that when we get closer to this. Player picks? What are those? Player picks number 10. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, there you go. They do have a collectible in this game. And by the way, Football Head Coach, it's not the worst game. It just has ceilings, paywalls and ceilings, and there's no building up of characters. Simulation at least tries. It's probably of all of the ones that at least try to create a simulation. The problem is it doesn't commit to either side. It's a card collecting game with a little bit of football goodie in it, but it's neither a football manager, a true football manager, franchise manager, or a game simulation. It's like neither. They haven't picked either side. And a lot of these games are like that, where they don't do much on either side. Some of them will go hardcore into the management. Some go hardcore into the graphics. And there needs to be a middle road. That's me. I'm going to make the best middle road. That's what I am. I'm a jack of all trades. I can do a lot of things well. I'm competitive in bowling and tennis and pickleball and chess and skiing, but I'm not like I'm not a national champion or even regional champion. You know, I'm a guy who's I would be considered journeyman in all of these sports if I was actually competing at the level I am. I'm good. I can beat your average folk, but I'm not able to, dominate everybody. I have my moments of great play. And that's only some of the things. I mean, rest assured, I am quite good at a lot of things. If I do say so myself. It's just one of those things where I just like to do all these things and compete, and I get decently good at a lot of things. And but I just never commit to anything in a heavy duty format. So I'm that guy, Except maybe sprinting. I'll probably get my butt kicked by just about anybody who wants to sprint against me. I've never been fast. Even in high school, when I ran the 2 mile, I was a decently speed 2 mile person. I was a journeyman. I was the guy who beat all of the slow people but couldn't beat the top people. I was just like that guy in the middle. I'd oftentimes be running in a 2 mile race. By the end, there's like this small group of people who are going to win. They're going to race for the finish. There was me, usually half lap behind those guys, sometimes more. And then there was this crowd of everybody else. I would literally be running by myself most of the time. I'd like settle in to that middle gap. And there'd be like a whole bunch of people behind me, because I always ran the 2 mile people, all guys and girls would all run together. And there'd be a bunch of guys behind me, and then there's some girls, and they're kind of mixed in because some of the girls are fast. And then there was the people up front, which is usually just guys. But sometimes there was one girl who's like a state level or something, who'd be at least up there somewhere. Always remember, though, my best race. See, I'm digressing, totally digressing. Sorry. I don't know how I got there, but I'm telling you anyway. I was running with 2 mile. One of my last 2 miles, I was like the second to last, or I think it was the second to last, because the last one was terrible. It was good, but it was terrible. And that's another story. But I was coming around the last lap. Now, one of the things I had, the one thing I could claim, nobody ever beat me in the last 100 yards of a race. So in 2 years of running the 2 mile, I think it was 2 years, maybe it was only 1 year. But anyway, about 10 races. Nobody ever beat me in the last 100. So in other words, if wherever I was in the last 100, I never got past. People tried, but nobody ever was able to catch me, because I've always been a strong finisher. So anyway, this one state champion level girl who was kind of just sitting behind me, apparently, I didn't even know she was back there. During the last 200, I could hear somebody kind of catching up, and I'm usually running by myself, so I don't normally hear people around me. And I'm coming around the corner, and all of a sudden people starting to cheer, and they're getting all loud, and I'm like, what's going on? Nobody ever cheers for me. I'm losing. I'm like way back here, you know. But they're all like, they're all, you know, people getting loud. I hear somebody's picking up speed, and we're down to like the last 110 yards or so, and I hear, beat the guy, beat the guy. And I was like, what? I start picking up my speed because this is where I kick in, you know, that last 110, and I'm starting to go faster and faster. She's going fast. All of a sudden, about 90 yards, I see her hand whoosh, whoosh, right next to my, you know, I see it in my peripheral vision. I'm like, oh no, you don't. I start going, and you can hear us both going. And like the last 10 yards, I hear, ah, and she just, she falls back. And I just go past the finish line. And I'm like, yeah, what stopped her from beating me? But we were cruising, man. It was like we had just decided to run a 100-yard sprint against each other. Odds are she would have probably whooped me in a 100-yard sprint, but she wasn't able to beat me in the last 100 yards. It was pretty fun. But so I always have that. That's one of my great stories from my 2-mile running days where I beat a girl. But she was great. She was like one of the people who'd go race a state. I wasn't racing at no state. I wasn't even invited to those tournaments. I think the best finish I ever had was 3rd or 4th. And typically I was 5th or 6th amongst the guys. So I was kind of just always out of the. And honestly, I threw the discus in track. So at practice, I'd run with the 2-milers like once a week. And then I threw discus all week because that's my other thing. So it's probably my own fault. I was getting faster each week. The first time I ran, I was like 13 minutes, and I got it down to 12 minutes. And then I was doing sub 12s. And I had some good paces early on. I was like doing 520 or 524 was like my best 1 mile. And if I had kept training, I might have been able to pull that, because I was always, second mile was always faster every single time, except for the last time. And that's when I ran 524 at the beginning. I was like, man, I'm feeling good. I'm having a great time. I could maybe get this done in sub 11 or something, you know? And yeah, didn't happen. I hit the wall. Bam! During the last lap of the last thing, I lost it. Luckily, nobody was around to. So a couple people passed me, but it wasn't on the last 100. They passed me at the last 300 or so, and I just didn't have the juice to finish. It was a sad day. My own fault. I should have trained, but hey, such is it. That's why I was always good at things, but never great. Anyway, I gotta go let my dog out. She's going nuts. Come on. All right, digression is done. Let's move on. Let's do this play card prefab that needs to be done. It's 147. I don't really want to stop, but I am going to stop just so that I can start another section, because this has kind of been a mix, and I'm going to stop and do a couple of home maintenance things. 2:30, I'll be back. Till then, God bless.